And I'm live. Hey, this is Sean. This is Federal Prison Talk. It's a little late, but it's Friday or Saturday night. I got a couple of days off. About time I did a video. I've been taking some calls this week. A couple people getting ready to go in. One guy just got 90 months, 7.5 years. Yeah, 7.5 years. He said, if you're watching, you maybe come on this show and talk about, 3 years on pretrial, I think he was. And, it's going through it. And a lot of you guys that watch the show have been on pretrial. And if you're curious what pretrial is, so that's like you get arrested, you get indicted. And I don't want to get into the whole indicted thing, but that's basically you're guilty. Feds in the federal justice system, if you're a nonviolent criminal, most of the time, you get to go home while you're waiting to go to prison, and that can take years. Years. It took me 4 years. Someday you're going to prison. You don't know when. Sometimes they give you a close idea. Hey, somebody's in the room. Who we got here? Let's see. All right. Hey, what's up? Hope everything is doing good. Yeah, doing good. Oh, yeah, killing them with karma. I don't know if you're one of those guys on pretrial. I know I've seen you on here a couple times. But I was trying to tell everybody pretrial. You're looking at me up. I'll show you do this here. This guy is me. So I did a show last month with the director of a federal halfway house. And he's been on this. It was a year ago. Now he was on just last month. He's got a lot of information about what's going on inside of the federal prison systems now. And this guy was answering questions live, and it was the middle of the day, and I didn't get a lot of people, but he's got some valuable information. Well, it's not this guy, but let's see. Well, I'll show him in a minute. Let me click to it, and let's see here. Just let me here. I want to show you guys. His name's Mitch, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the federal prison system.
Hey, I'm Sean. I'm live here at the Wings for Life office with the director of Jurisdiction. Quick to tell you some exciting news.
But yeah, he is the director of the Albuquerque Federal Halfway House here in Albuquerque, where I'm at now. I'm originally from San Francisco. Hey, 415-510 650-408-707-925. Who did I forget? Did I forget Marin County? On purpose. It's no real. I don't. Marin County. I hope y'all go to prison. No, just kidding. There's some places, but Marin County is like I call it the other white meat. But anyway, all right, I'm getting stupid now. So what do we got here? Hope. Nope, but I can always learn something now. Yeah, well, if you're curious about the federal prison system, it's a lot different than the state system. Completely different. In the state system, you go to court, and if you hire a lawyer and you got enough money and you got an expensive lawyer, you probably get off, get a deal. It doesn't matter in the feds. They got these federal guidelines, and they just really don't make any deals. They kind of make a deal, but it's really not with your lawyer. They try to get you to snitch and tell on everybody, but you're not going to get that much time off. My own fiance at the time wore a wire on me, but I had taken this responsibility, accountability thing. You get 2 points or 3 points off your federal guideline numbers. But it could be a couple of years off. It's hell on yourself. They try to get you to talk about other people. It wasn't working for me. But they had everything they needed on me. So she calls me up, and the last week I saw I had a wire on. I told her, because I was already on pretrial. Well, I'd already looked at myself and admitted I was guilty. So I told her that, I said, I'm not angry, because if you had never met me, you wouldn't be going to prison too, because they had charges on her. We were doing wire fraud. We were filing false tax returns for all kinds of homeless people and people that didn't have a job. And we were telling them that they got cash, and then you qualify for these earned income credits. You go back through 3 years for refunds. People are getting $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. We're taking our 20%. They're getting the rest. So the government has held me responsible for all the refunds they handed out. Even if the people got their money, I guess I have to pay it because I caused the damages, and I live with that. Me and a bunch of co-defendants. Anyways, I told her if you never met me, you'd be going to prison. So I hope you get the best that they could give you. Plus, I already told them myself. There's really nothing new information they could get. I think they're just choking their chain. But so she got a 29-month sentence. I wasn't allowed to ever talk to her or see her or anything. Now I'm off federal probation, all that stuff. I guess I could now, but she probably doesn't want to talk to me. And I don't blame her. But yeah, I mean, that's how they make these deals. I always heard federal prison is worse than regular prison. Not sure how true that is. Well, I'm going to tell you. So there's 4 different levels. There's actually 5 if you count the Supermax where El Chapo and all those people are. But the first 2 levels are not bad. I was at level 1, which is a camp, and then there's level 2, which is a low security. Then you have level 3. It's a FCI, Federal Correction Institution, or a medium facility. It's got different names. You got level 4. That's a USP or United States Penitentiary, and that's a hardcore. That's hardcore. Yeah, everybody I've met coming out of there, man, it's boy. You show your paperwork. And we don't know what that is. That's you need to show your court papers and everything that you did there. Try to find out if you're a child molester or you're a snitch. And I don't know which one they treat worse. Probably the child molester, but they're not far behind. And they don't give you a chance to explain. If you think, I just told on the guy who told on me that they don't care. They don't give you much of a chance to explain. And that's just the way it is. In a camp, you're not even allowed to have your own paperwork. Although, people get it and all that, but you get caught with it, man. You can go to the hole, you get time out to do a sentence. But everybody in the camp that's level 1, they're all going home in less than 10 years. The average is about 5 years. Some guys are only there for a year, and nobody wants any trouble. Although we have the politics, but I could sit at different tables. I could sit at the black table and have dinner with them if I'm invited over. But my race won't say nothing. It's like that. We have separated TV rooms. The Paisas and Serranos and the Tenos, they're a little bit more political. And although I got buddies here in Albuquerque, I do time with some good friends of mine. They've been on a few of these shows, and we'll be friends for life. I'll lay down the traffic for these guys, and they're all different skin colors, and that's because I went to a camp. I got Muslim friends. I got Kizzy Kalu. If you're out there, he's from Africa. I love that guy. And he should be out now. God, I know he had 3 or 4 more years after. God, please. So, anyways, it's a little different. I got no tattoos on me. Not that I have anything against them. It's just not my cup of tea, guys. I don't want to be poked. First I went to jail a bunch. First time I went to jail, I remember the cops were they're booking me and they're looking all over for scars and bruises and marks and tattoos. And I had nothing on me. That pissed. They were angry. You got nothing? Wait, how are we supposed to identify you if you don't have ID on you? I go, that's your problem. So anyway, ever since then, something clicked in my head. I'm not going to get a permanent tattoo on me. No, I don't know what it is. I never done against it, but maybe one day I will. If I do, it's going to be like a picture of another galaxy. I'm a Star Trekky guy. I'll probably get, the Enterprise on here or something. But yeah. So I'm going to show you some of these clips because these clips that we talked about this last month, the new stuff going on in the feds. And the first thing is he talked about they got a new program now where you can get a year off your probation. It's like probation court. Basically, just keep doing what you've been doing on probation. Pass all your drug tests. Don't violate. Don't go out of state without permission. Pay your restitution fees, fines, whatever on time, whatever your monthly allotment is. And basically, do what you've been doing, and they're going to take a year off your probation. And the feds, they don't have parole anymore, guys. Parole's only for the state. They had parole maybe 20 years ago. That's gone. It's all probation now. Average is 3 years. I've heard guys get 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. If somebody's got 10 years or more probation, they're probably a child molester. Okay, probably like, or they're some scary terrorist or something that did his 30 years and he's out. But somebody got even more than 5 years probation in the federal system, they're probably a child molester, man. Tomo, Chester, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that's a red flag to me. Nobody I want to associate with. I do work for this facility, this nonprofit, Wings for Life, and we are helping guys and girls coming out of prison. Some have been out for a few years and they can't make it. They can't find a place to live. Nobody will rent to them. Nobody jobs. Hey, I'm getting jobs, man. I got a list of jobs. I've been calling hundreds of employers and updating all these lists to see on the internet and stuff to make sure they're real. Half of them are not. I want to bring some awareness to you when you get out of prison, whether it's feds or states. Don't let that label that you're a felon stop you from anything, guys. Use it as a positive. Matter of fact, my first few interviews when I was at my own federal halfway house in San Francisco, I told them, hey, I've been homeless. I've been to jail 11 times, I told them. I just got out of prison. I showed up on time here. My clothes are clean. I showered today. I'm sober for you. I'm ready to go to work. Matter of fact, if I don't go to work, I can get violated. So I have to have a job, and I will show up because I don't want to go back to prison. And if I made it through all that stuff and homeless and everything and in prison, I got out and I'm the guy you want to hire because nothing's going to stop me. And use that, man. Use that. Tell them because they're going to do a background check anyways. So, I had one guy change them. They changed the whole policy for me. Yeah, and it was for a cooking job, and it was in a union. It was a union deal, and it was a local 2 out of San Francisco hotel restaurant. And I got them to change the policy. Yeah, because he wanted to hire me. The hotel did. The higher agency did. They didn't want felons for any kind of upper management kind of thing. Oh yeah, sure, we can shine your shoes. I can make your Subway sandwich. I'll go clean out your chimney, wash your car, all that little, but give me a real job that's going to pay and feed my family, maybe buy me a house one day. Oh, they don't want to hire me for that. Well, time to change, guys. You know how hard it is to change a policy? Just guess what this guy did. He calls up the HR, human resources, to say, I want to change one of our policies about hiring felons. And he says, yeah, squash that. Just like that. It's done. Scratch it. It's that easy to do, even for higher agency corporations. So don't let people say, oh, it's our policy. We can change it. Change your goddamn policy and change your attitude. Do I look like a dead time in prison? Maybe to some of you. But most people, I'm not the image that they think of. And a lot of us look like me, going in and coming out. Yeah. And that's just, that's one thing I'm pushing here at this Wings for Life, man. Change people's attitude. Yeah, you know what I mean? We got another comment in here. It says, yeah, here in Ohio, there is programs to help felons get jobs. Hasn't been around long, but it is good to know they're trying to help. Yeah, I mean, I've got some companies that had me take tours of them. They don't have a problem. They do have a problem with child molesters. I don't blame them. When I got out of jail one time, 10, 15 years ago, and the Department of Rehab sent me to truck driving school, and I didn't think, I told them, I've been in jail at the time. I hadn't been in prison, but I had enough felonies, little drug possession charges, little $50 worth. And in San Francisco, man, I was getting 4 months, 6 months for a quarter gram, $20 worth of drugs. So it added up to 16 felonies over the years, and I got one more for the feds. I got 17 felonies, guys. I'm not bragging. I'm not proud of it. I wish I didn't, but I do, and I don't let that stop me. And I tell these employers, I call them up and got a list here off the internet. You're hiring felons. I'm calling from Wings for Life. We're want to know if we can keep you on that list. Is that true? And the answers I get, man. What list? I'm not on the list. I don't want nobody to know that we hire felons. Oh yeah, we hire, but we don't want to be on the list, letting people know. Well, right now I'm just making a list so I can put yes here. They hire felons, but the thing is, I'm calling them back later and telling them, why don't you want to be on the list, man? Why? What do you think people think when they see that list? They're not going to come do business with you. So I'm out there trying to change this stuff. One problem I noticed, guys, is women with criminal histories, women with felonies, just out of prison, even out of jail, they don't want to hire them. They'll hire the men. They won't hire the women. And I've talked to, over a dozen women, just our clients that we have. And, one woman says this Taco Bell over by the university here of Albuquerque. You got 3 guys, all the same charges like me, just the same kind of thing, right? They're all working there. And one of them I used for a reference, and I get the same exact charges, and they won't hire me because I'm a woman. Yeah, it's going on, guys. It's going on, man. It's tough for a woman. What if they got kids? If they don't have kids, who's going to watch your kids? I know something about the trust. A woman goes to prison, nobody trusts her. A man goes to prison, well, maybe we'll give a second chance. They don't want to give that woman a second chance, man. And nobody's talking about it. So I'm talking about it. If you're a woman out there, please leave comments. Come in. Let me know if this has happened to you. If you're a woman out there who has felonies, is it true? In Albuquerque, I know it's true. And I talked to some women. It's true. Man, I got it. Let's see. It might be a viewer. We got somebody on the line. Hello? Somebody, hello? Hello?
I have a question. I'm on the show.
Yeah, you are now. I'm holding up my cell phone. What's going on?
You coming from like the prison, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think of like the current state of the country? Like, I feel like everything's super soft. Like, like if there's a lot of like things going on in the world that's very, there's a lot of tension. Like, I think everyone's soft. Like, what's going on with these kids like these days? Like, you coming out of a hard prison, like, we need to toughen up, no?
You got to be tough. A lot of people want to come out of prison. They don't want to work. They're entitled to everything, and they blame it on society. I got company. Hey, I got a live show coming on here, but so it's on right now. It's my lady. Anyways, yeah. I mean, be a little more specific. What do you mean? Yeah, it's so. I mean, there's a war going on in Israel, and nobody really cares.
Yeah, I think the U.S. is soft. I think this younger generation is soft, and we're gonna get our ass kicked if we don't fucking toughen up. And the guy coming from prison would see something like that. Like, look at the world. Everyone's like Pokemon and shit.
Oh yeah, the first thing you notice when you come out of prison, everybody's got their hand tilted down, or their head tilted down, and they're staring at one of these. But here's what I noticed. Here's what I noticed in the world, man. If you're walking down the street and there's like a homeless guy passed out and stuff, most people get angry. They get mad. He's in my way. Or somebody should do something. Somebody better call something and clean this mess up. They don't even care that that's a human life. They walk around, they step over, and they're mad that person could be dead. They don't even care anymore. 20, 30, 40 years ago, oh man, people they would stop. That's a life on the ground. Now it's like trash in your way. What happened to the world, man?
I agree. I'm young. I'm 41, but that's where I'm going. That's my point too. Like, it's like, it sucks. Like, everybody's got to toughen up, get their head out of their ass, and like realize that the world's going kind of gnarly, and like toughen up.
They're selfish. I think people are selfish. Let me ask you a real philosophical question. Can you name one day in all of history that you've ever studied, even going back to the caveman days, I don't care how far back, name one day, the history of this planet, that there was no war going on that day?
Oh, that's true. That's humanity.
But nothing's changed. Nothing's evolved. Nothing's changed. Nothing's evolved. I mean,
this whole thing is a religious war, and like it's been going on for years. You hit the nail on the head. You're so right.
I mean, if I was, let's say, aliens exist, and I'm cruising around in my spaceship, and I get to the Milky Way galaxy, and I see Earth, hell no, I ain't stopping there. If I do, I'm landing in the desert, and nobody's gonna see me. That's just to take some pictures, and I'm out of there. That planet, hell no. After what I just said, name a day without a war. Who would want to come here? Who would want us out there? So,
I am on the same page. I am so on the same page. I don't know. I saw your channel. Didn't you seem like a fun guy? Like, wow, this dude came from prison. I wonder what he thinks of like what the world is today. And I think we had a good conversation. So then it's very entertaining.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on the show. I mean, yeah, keep watching. And I'm just I'm bored tonight, and it's late night, and who knows. I got friends. I got all kinds of friends with prison channels. We all talk to each other. We're all trying to make our way back in the world. We're all just trying to we want to work. We want to support our families. We want to do right. We fucked up. We fucked up big time. And it's not like we made bad choices. We fucked up. Okay. Well, I fucked up. And bad decision, a bad choice. I ordered a Big Mac instead of the chicken sandwich. That's a bad choice. When I did, I fucked up. Okay. And
Well, you know what though? At the same time though, like you're coming onto YouTube and like you're super personable and you're like, hey, call me, and like we had conversations and like you're like a friendly person. And you're like, what's up? And like you're just a very personable person. And then like I didn't even ask you about what you did, but you're like, hey, I messed up. I'm like, I didn't even ask that. But like what I think is cool is that you're on YouTube and you're very personable, and I enjoy talking.
Thank you. And there's one of my buddies on the screen, Genghis. Go check out his channel, guys. Genghis, type it in. He's on all the time, man. What's going on there, Genghis? So yeah, a lot of guys, we're just trying to, we've done our time. We paid our debt to society, and they don't seem to want to forgive us. But we've forgiven ourselves. A lot of us, we're never going to go back. We learned our lesson. A lot of people are going to go back, and they don't care. And there's prison channels out there. You can go check them out. There's Thug Life channels and all that. If that's what you're into, check it out, man. Hey, live that life. But don't ask me. Don't ask me to put money on your books if you've already been in once.
I don't think you have to worry about that. Like I see you and I talk to you, and like I can feel your energy, and I think you're tired with that stuff, and you're very excited to you're not about that. You're not about that. Wait.
Not about that. My girl just came in the door and she's running. She don't want to be on no. It's okay. One day she's coming on here. Hey man, you have a good night. I'm gonna get on with this one.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Take it easy, dude.
You bet, man. All right, man. All right. I was gonna put the live line on and nobody ever calls, but he called. So Genghis, what's going on? Check out Genghis's channel, man. He's always on late night. He got some good stuff going on. He's expanded his channel, man. And he's also doing some investigative journalism and a lot of just check him out. So anyway, I'm gonna play some clips here when I talk to the federal director of the halfway house. Let's find out, when you get out of prison, in the feds, you at least got to usually go at least a month to a federal halfway house. They don't just set you free once in a while, but they want to slowly bring you back in. And so we talked, and let's see what I was saying on here. Let's see.
To about the 1 year off probation. Also that you told me about, and he's got a few Mr. Anderson here.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. And I've got to say it again, I'm really impressed with what you've done with the place. I encourage if you get any viewers that hasn't been by. Yeah, you really should check it out. It's really great.
For life, and now I got 4 of my buddies that I get time with. We all been out of prison 3, 4, 5 years. We're all still friends, and we're pretty much took that organization over. The director, I don't know if it's time for the show to talk any dirt about her, but she didn't go to federal prison herself. And anyway, she was forced to resign by the board, and so a few of us, we all got our little gifts, and now we are able to go out there and make a difference. This other lady, she did a little thing to raise money, and it's going to be another show. I'll say her name, Ann Edenfield Sweet. She's been talking real bad trash about us because we are out there doing the stuff she would always refuse to do, like getting felons housing and jobs. Every week I go get all these clothes and stuff donated, and they have to go to homeless. Most of the homeless that most homeless have been to jail at least once, if not prison. But I'm actually making a difference out there now. Every week I get 2 car loads full of just clothes and stuff, and toys for kids, and it's just a thrill handing it out. And I get to screen people for different apartment properties that a couple companies here trust me to screen the tenants first, and they don't have to pay the application fee until they've been told we'll rent me the place. I get to set them up with a meeting, and they get a place, and work these jobs now that they'll hire felons. In some places only hire felons, and if you're a woman or a man in the Albuquerque area, you get a hold of me. And, guys, hey, I know I know you don't want to be on TV. I don't want to be too long, but just stay over there.
That's why when we got to the truck, I was redressed and said, I have to say hi. So
Don't leave. Don't leave. I've been waiting all day.
I wanted to say
You can run
hi.
upstairs. They can't see the camera's behind you. Guys, I'm going to give my girl a hug. I'll be right back. I did a late night show, so I don't want to be too much longer now that you're here. So I'm going to show you a few more clips, guys. Oh, look, I can catch up on these comics, man. I got some people in the room. Let's see. And we've got Genghis back. Hey, it's good to see you still creating. Yeah, you know, I am Genghis. You got me beat by far, man. If you want to come on, I'll put the link, Genghis. I'm going to put it on there for you. And you can go, come on. Let me, if you're still here, let me find that link here. Invite. Just give me a second. I hope it doesn't drop off. Okay, I got it, and I'm gonna put the link up for you, Genghis. And there goes the link. And there's the link, Genghis. Come on in, man. I'll take this little video off, and we can talk to you. And what do we got going here? Okay. Best donation guy I've ever known was a lawyer who had lost his license doing drugs. That fool would call up the company and tell them what they were going to donate. Okay, tell them what they're going to donate. Wow. So lots of government employees in positions like that are garbage. Yeah. Well, this guy here, let me get to him. Put my picture up there. This guy here, Mitch Anderson. You know, he's okay, man. He's a federal employee, but and he runs the halfway house, and you know all kinds of shit goes on there, and you know people get kicked out and all that, you know. But you know, he's an all right guy. He's an all right guy. He's not a cop, you know what I mean? And he's been on. He came on last year. He came on this year. And answer I talked about. He's got 1/3 of that place is full of chomos, and you don't like them. Yeah, well. So yeah, the link's on there for you, Genghis, if you want to come on. Let's see it catch up with these comments. And oh yeah, that's the link there. And it says, where's the link? The link's right here. Is it not showing up? Maybe you're on. There's the link, but it should be showing up on the thing. And you got to drop the link. I did drop the link. See, here it is. That's the link. I'll leave it on this screen, but it's in the comment section. Unless I got myself voided or something. No, maybe maybe there's a delay. You should see the link now. I'll put it on again. I'll put it on with a different thing here. Let's go with Paul. Let's see what that does. Let's see if that makes it work. So there's another link. Oh wow, we got a lot. I'm gonna catch up on your comments here. There's the link. You got to drop the link. You have to keep 1/3 1/3 criminal, 1/3 drug offender. Yeah. Oh shit! I can see the other comments, only mine, huh? Wow. I don't know if it's my settings. It shouldn't be. There's a link again. I put it up again. Let's see what you say here. Yeah, the link came up on 3 of my things. And Killing with Karma could see the link. Hey, Mr. Karma, you can come on too, man. I welcome anybody on. I'll take a chance because I can always hit that button and delete you real quick if you are somebody that wouldn't. I don't know. They can see the link, Genghis. So I don't know what to tell you. Let's see what he says. Oh, you're back. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. Let me take this off. Move you on. You should be coming on. I clicked it. And I'm taking off. I hear you coughing. I'm going to take this one off. Now it just says remove.
I'm backstage. I can see myself.
I know. It only says remove. Hold on. Let me see.
It says I'm in the show. It says you've got it. I'm in the show, but you've got it set to where you're the only person on the screen. That's what's going on. You've got it set.
Oh, you know why? I know why. Yeah, because I had that video up there. There we go.
Yeah.
Ah, sorry, man. Damn. What's going on, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Thank you, brother. Chilling.
Yeah, I've been catching your videos, like one a week or something, and you and Weavy and all the gang. Good to see you guys.
I'm slacking. You don't gotta patronize me. I'm getting my ass kicked in grad school.
I'm not doing it. I'm patronizing. I'm doing it because I like you.
No, I'm slacking. I'm slacking. My channel
You're
is
doing more than
slacking.
me, man.
I am slacking. I'm way behind the ball, and I'm getting my ass kicked in grad school. But I'm getting good grades though, so that's all that really matters. And I've just kind of accepted that right now my channel is gonna suffer a little bit. You know what I mean? Hopefully people understand.
Yeah, mine's went up and down, and I got hacked by what's his name, Adam, the prison talk with the Aussie prison talk. He deleted any video I had over 1,000 views. He deleted them all, and I found out through YouTube because I had left them on the channel as an editor thing when I had them on the show.
Yeah.
Forgot to take them off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I lost all the. One was like 80,000 views. I can't get it, even though I have a copy of it.
Yeah, I remember because you used to do those videos about like canteen and stuff. You used to do little videos that they would get a bunch of views.
I got them on this other channel. I have my channel I started 10 years ago, just personal. I got the copies on there because I run it. That one has 15,000 views, but I'll never get that. YouTube said you can put it on your channel again, but we can't put the views back. We don't do that, We don't just take your word for it. I go, just look at the history. Nah, he screwed me, man. I tried to call him, and he
Why,
gave me.
You guys fell out or what? What happened?
Well, he tried. The only one he talks to is Harvey now. He went after a few people's channels. Unless you watched him every day and called him every day and told him how good his video was and commented while you were on it, he needed to be baby and nursed and I told him I got a life. I might check you out once or twice a week, but I can't do this every day. For a week or two I did because I was getting to know you, but he got real hurt, butthurt. Went after a whole bunch of us. Remember when you had 10 of us on that show a couple times?
Well,
he don't like none of us now.
That's why I ended up cutting him off right away, is because for one thing, I made him an intro. He asked me to make him an intro. I made him an intro, and then I did it for free. I just do it just to help the homie. You know what I mean? Send him an intro and stuff and some graphics with his logo on it and everything else. And he got in a fight with, I don't know, Rick or Weavy or something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, they had a battle.
And whenever he fell out with them, he stopped talking to me. And I'm thinking in my head, I just did something for you. And you, like, that quick, you were able to just turn on me like that. I don't like that. You know what I mean? I like predictability with the people that I'm fucking with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like to know that I have to call you a bunch of names for you to kick me off, right? That you're not just going to flip out and do it for no reason, right?
Yeah, no, we went out of our way. We did little shows to get him a laptop sent from Australia. I had him on my show at least 10 times. I've always promoted him. I never did the guy wrong, but because I was friends with Weavy, and Weavy didn't do anything wrong either, but I don't know, man. He kept
texting people and fucking giving them a guilt trip about like not watching his movies and some other shit. It's like, hey, homie,
yeah.
I'm busy as fuck, homie. I ain't got time. I'm not gonna be explaining myself to you. We're not even gonna do that. Yeah. I don't like explaining myself to women that I'm trying to fuck, but I have to. You know what I mean? I have to. To get laid, dog. I don't like explaining myself to people at all. I'm not gonna fucking explain myself to why I didn't watch your video or why I didn't comment on your video or so. You know what I mean? No, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I did it the first week or something because he needed the viewage, and I hit thumbs up. But man, you didn't expect me to do this every day, did you?
Well, wow. I will do it whenever I have time.
Yeah,
If I've got a couple days off and I'm not doing anything, you'll see me all over YouTube. Like right now, I've been getting my ass kicked for the last couple days. I fucking buckled down like 3 days ago. Literally didn't do nothing but just go to work and work. Go to work, work. That's all I've been doing for like the last 4 days. I got myself caught up again. And so now I said, well, I'm going to jump on you. I did end up doing a live tonight. What up? What up, Josh? I did.
Yeah, homie, hang on. I've been watching you. We haven't met, but you've mentioned me on your comments and stuff. What's going on? Thank you for watching, man.
That
is Genghis.
Hey, homeboy's cool, homie. He's part of the prison genre, but he's been to college. He's been to college and worked on a lot of legal stuff. You work on a lot of legal stuff too, don't you?
Oh, hell yeah. You know what? I just became a certified peer support worker. Basically, I just passed the final exam.
Nice.
I've been studying for a year. What it is basically I'm like a certified social worker now who has a criminal background. And all the states have their own version of it. And it's a big deal out here.
Yeah.
My probation, before I got off probation, they said, hey, if you can get one of those, we hire you guys, and we start at $60,000 a year.
Oh,
so, I mean, but it's a big deal, man. It's like, yeah, I'm a CPSW. I'm like, I don't know.
Hey,
Lawyers will hire me.
So
We can bill Medicaid. See, Medicaid charges $90 for every 15 minutes that we spend with the client. Even if it's on the phone, they can make money off of it. I mean, who says crime doesn't pay? I'm worth something now, man.
Yeah. No, I had a job doing this, and we had to have 21 clinical notes a week, and they would get paid. These notes are a minimum of 15 minutes, just like you just said. There's a reason they're a minimum of 15 minutes. And so everything we would log at the end, and we would do it. I'm not saying anything untoward. I actually did the things that, you know what I mean? I would have. Yeah. I mean, you don't sit there and time it if you're having a discussion with somebody, but I would just. No. I worked for 8 hours a day in a house, in a sober living house, right? Where they also did treatment. There was actual licensed counselors that would show up, and the guys would live there. And I would take them to their meetings and help them get food stamps. Whenever they first got there, I'd help them get their ID and their food stamps and all that stuff.
This must have been after you were a teenager, because I just saw you told your whole story when you were a teenager.
Oh, this is right now. This is the last job that I had.
Oh, okay. You had a hell of a teenage life, man.
No. Oh, yeah. I was fucking something else. Like I said, I didn't even go through that. I can tell that same story. That story that I told that you're talking about that I seen it was Frank's Vibes.
Yeah, just last week or something.
On Frank's Vibes. Yeah, that's. I swear to God, I can tell you that same story, and we can go with different crimes, different sentences, different group homes, right? Different sets of homies, different apartments, different gangs, different. I mean, it just. We did nothing. I swear to God, by the time I was like 13 years old, we did nothing but commit crime. It was a full-time job, dog. At 13 years old, I was in all the way. I'm looking for a lick. Homie, if I'm walking around, I'm looking for something to get. You know. Hey,
homie, I just put the link up there if you want to come on too, man.
Josh is awesome. He's a good guest. I've got a debate with Josh on my whatchamacallit. I should actually share this. Let me see.
Go for it, man.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me share this real quick. I'm actually signed into Rocky Mountain Oyster Sauce. Let's see.
Tuned in, all good. All right.
Say, I'm live.
Rick is cool, people in my view. That's right.
I'm live with Federal Prison Talk. Let's chill. Live with Federal Prison Talk. Let's chill. So yeah, I finally got back ahead of what, you know what I mean, back ahead of where I'm supposed to be as far as my work was concerned earlier today. Finally got myself. So check this out, right?
You're still out in Florida, right?
No, I'm in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. No, I got you confused with Vegas. Yeah.
So this fucking class, right? I start this class. It's a marketing class. It's an accelerated class because it's an 8 week, so it's condensed into half, right?
Okay.
So I start the class. Every single college class, no matter what, they start the exact same way. Introduce yourself. Online college class. Introduce yourself to the people. What's your major? What's your, you know what I mean? All that stuff. They hit you right away. What's your major? Introduce yourself. It's an easy 10 points. Everybody does it. Okay. It's the very first assignment for every class. So they do it for this fucking class. I do the assignment. And I close that class out for like 2 days.
Wow.
2-3 days. I'm
Okay.
like, okay, I got a buffer. I can worry about that in a couple days. I come back in 3 days, and in 48 hours, I have a 5-page paper due on economics,
Ooh.
and I got to go to work. I got to work 2 shifts
Put it
over
on
the
the
next
TV.
over the next day. Over the next 24 hours, I got to work 2 full shifts, right? 2 8-hour shifts.
Yeah.
And finish a 5-page paper with a bunch of sightings and some other shit. So I says, okay, I gotta cancel my life. I cancel my whole fucking life. I just shut
Cancel
it down.
your life?
I stop answering the phone. I do nothing.
Damn, that's important then.
Yeah, well, I said, fuck it. I'm gonna make the sacrifice. Homie, I'm here for a reason. I'm in grad school. We're gonna make the appropriate sacrifice. So I cancel my fucking life.
I mean, you just said that sentence you just said. I'm in grad school, coming from you. I mean, can you do that again?
Yeah. So I says,
You know
fuck
what I
it.
mean?
I'm gonna make the sacrifice and I'm gonna do this shit. So I buckle down, homie. By about 36 hours later, I've got a 6-page fucking paper that is good, homie. It's at least a B. It's a solid B, right? I'm in Colorado. So I says,
Yeah.
or where are you
And
at?
I'm in New Mexico.
New Mexico, yeah. And,
Albuquerque.
yeah, you're not that far. You're the closest one to me.
But I'm originally 415 and 408, guys.
Frisco,
And Little
that's right.
510.
So I buckled down. I knocked this fucking paper out. Yesterday morning, I finish it. I wake up. I put the finishing touches. I turn that motherfucker in. I go to work. Work my job. Come home. And I got an email. And the email says, the class as a whole didn't do the fucking assignment.
Whoa.
And so she's going to give she doesn't normally allow for late work, but she's going to give everybody an extension until Monday to finish this paper.
But you just killed your life and all that. What about?
So then she sends out, and this is how I know how many people did it. She sends out an email to the people who did it. It turns out only 2 people did it. And there's 17 people in the class. So 2 people did the fucking paper, me and somebody else. She sends us a thing and says, hey, I'm extending it till Monday if you want to make any revisions and resubmit it. You know, if you want to clean it up at all. I could probably get it to an A. I'm probably going to. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and go over it again.
Why not? Why not?
Try to get it to an A. But
we're making an A, yeah.
But it's like, now think about this. This is what's unfortunate is this is the situation they've painted themselves in. Because she's in a bad spot. And I'm going to tell you why. We just started the class. You can, for the first 2 weeks of a class, you can just walk away. Like a bad relationship, you can walk away. You won't owe anything. It won't show up on your record. Nothing. It's just a walk away, clean break. This class ain't for me. You got 2 weeks, right? Roughly 2 weeks, about 12 days, right? We're still within that time frame. Now, this was a big assignment. It was a 150-point assignment. That's a large assignment.
150 pages?
150 points out of the whole grade. It was a large chunk of an assignment.
Okay.
So it was worth a good amount of your grade, right?
Yeah.
So she now has a situation where her whole class, 15 of these people, can just walk away and say, fuck this class, with no ramifications. They could just walk out and be like, I'm not going to take a 150-point, you know what I mean, deduction on my fucking grade. I can just walk away from this class, and I'll find another class next semester, right? So she's now in a, but that looks horrible. If you're a professor and that happens to you, Jesus, that's how you what you call your job. That's how you justify your job.
Yeah,
the amount of
sure.
students that sign up for your class, right? That's how you justify your fucking paycheck. So if half your class quits, right? She made, this is the thing. Human beings can put up with a lot. We can put up with a lot of bullshit.
Say that again.
If you put it on us a little bit at a time and just keep stacking it on us and let us get used to, right? You can
but a major adjustment change and something like that.
She came out fucking swinging, dude. Within the first week, she came out swinging with a heavy ass assignment. I have a feeling this might be one of her first classes, maybe.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe
and
she
she's
didn't
like,
know that, or maybe this is her first time teaching
well,
an
she's got some kind
accelerator.
of vengeance against the education system that she had, or something. I don't know, man.
No, I don't ascribe any ill will to her.
Okay.
She's a doctor. She's got a PhD.
Maybe she believes in hard work, though.
She seems like a lovely woman, and maybe she expected a class full of people like me. But that's not what she got. And the younger generation is something else, right? If they look at it and they're like, that's going to stress me out and that's going to affect my mental health negatively, I'm not going to do that, right? Whereas, like I said, I canceled my life to get it. I get to grad school, you're going to do it.
I guess you're uncanceled now.
I'm almost done. There's 7 weeks left. I got 7 weeks left in this semester, and I'm about to wrap this up with 4 A's. Your lady's on you or what? She's tripping.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Oh, she said hi.
How you
Did
doing?
he sound tripping?
You said I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know. He keeps looking like somebody's sweating him.
Oh, she was coming down the stairs, and I.
he
He
looked
just
like
likes to look at me.
he looked like the mob was telling him what to do. I was like, oh shit. Blink if you're okay.
He's known me for about at least 2
A
years.
year?
I-
A year
I-
since I've been
I
around.
finally got a girlfriend.
That's good, brother. That's good. She's
We'll see
beautiful.
you.
He's
Have a good
laughing.
She's
night.
He's
beautiful,
laughing
Mom.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she got a key and everything. That's why she came in
That's good shit, brother. That's good shit.
while I was doing the show.
A good woman is a beautiful thing, homie. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, she's gonna go get some gas or something, and give me a minute here to get off the air, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll be off when time you get back.
Tired of it.
But hey, are you still talking to Rick?
Yeah, he's actually texting me right now. I'm gonna get on the phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on the horn with him. Whenever.
Wasn't there a minute or two you guys were somebody? There was a minute or two. I guess some of your viewers were all talking shit about something one of you two did. I don't know, some drama couple months ago. That's all done with, huh?
I did.
I don't remember.
I
The whole
did
deal.
it.
I tuned in the middle of a live, and you guys were.
Rick fell out with Plug and AZ and them, the YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
The YouTube Streets guys. That's
Yeah.
kind of what happened. Me and Rick Rick's my dude. Rick stayed at my house.
These guys are pretty cool to me, man. They've let me on a couple times. They call me the OG. I don't know. I got nothing but respect for them, but I haven't been keeping up with them.
The blame for all of that situation is so convoluted and lost in the sauce of just pointless arguments.
Thank you, homie, by the way, for putting that on there. Go on.
Is you know what I mean? Everybody's to blame. That's it. That's who's to blame. They're all to blame, and they all handled it fucking horribly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the one thing I can say is none of them tried to dox each other or anything like that. They didn't do that. Nobody went after anybody's family or anything like that.
Okay.
They kept it halfway fucking civil, even though they cussed each other out and everything else.
Yeah, no.
But they kept it YouTube. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't horrible. It wasn't fucking do something to your daughter or nothing. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing like that. It was civil. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know what I mean? You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
I like all those guys and Sticks too. I don't think he was involved in that, but me and Sticks, we call each other every once a month or something, and then we're always playing phone tag. But we'll eventually get a show going.
Sticks comes and goes, and you kind of got to get him when he comes, dog.
That's what she said.
Well, he works construction, and he's a hard-working man, and he's got a little boy. Sticks has a baby boy.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And so whenever he can work, whenever construction kicks up and they offer him 60 hours a week, he takes it. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So that's why he disappears. From what I could tell, that's why he disappears from YouTube from time to time. Is sometimes it'll be personal stuff, but I think a lot of the times it's just he's working.
I've gone 2 weeks, 3 weeks without a video here and there. It's usually because my job's just taking everything from me, and I'm so exhausted. But I'm out there helping people when they get with these criminal backgrounds, man. Everything I do is to help somebody get a better life. So it's not always on YouTube, but I'm trying to balance it all out now. because we got a new agency now. I got five of us. We're friends in prison. We all work for the same place now. The director's gone, and we took it over basically. And now we're doing so much good stuff now. The director might go to prison herself. I'm gonna do a show about that sooner or later because she's talking trash about us now. But she had all these shell companies with apartments and condos and boats and long story. But a good lady 20 years ago, but she got corrupt, man. And she's the one that brought me out here. But she was good at first. But anyway, she's history now, man. The board made her leave, and I got all kinds of pictures and documents, and one day I'm gonna do a show about her because but it's not that time for now. But I still got to be grateful for her bringing me out here and giving me this better life, I guess.
He said online teaching is very different than in person, and short semesters are rough as an instructor because
online's different, huh?
Because they're entitled. Well, yeah, it is different. But at the same time, when you're at the master's level,
yeah, Michael, how you doing?
When you're
my number's on the screen. Sorry.
You're good. When you're at a master's level, you should be able to. The woman's a PhD. She should be able to write down and put on the page what it is she wants you to do, right? And you at a master's level, being accepted into a master's program, should be able to understand the plain English on the thing, right? It wasn't that it was confusing. It wasn't that the assignment was confusing. It was that people didn't do it.
Okay.
That's it. It was fucking 5-page paper, double spaced, Times New Roman, 12-point font, standard shit, 1-inch margin, 5-page, 4 academic sources, and I want 1 interview with a person who's currently in the marketing profession. I want the link to that. So I did all of that, and then I took one of the quotes from the fucking marketing, or from this interview I found, put the quote in there, linked the video at the top. I did the thing, you know what I mean? That
sounds like a big assignment, yeah.
They just didn't fucking do it. They just didn't even do it.
Hey, Kill him with karma says he's Stick's brother, biological.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, all right, man.
Sticks is cool as shit.
Yeah, I love Sticks. We keep. I'm gonna call him tomorrow. Yeah, you tell Sticks call me too. He's got my number.
So I got this theory though, right? Because I've been thinking about this. Okay, so here's the problem. Here's my problem, is that college is getting a bad name right now. You've seen people
it is why?
Well, they're churning out the social justice warriors.
It's getting a bad name from the Republicans, but
no, it's getting it in general. People are kind of fed up. Whenever you spend $100,000 a year to send your fucking kid to the East Coast, and all they learn is a bunch of shit about racism.
All that stuff. They're still teaching that
people
safe
are getting
space
fucking,
and all the pronouns and all that shit. You could have that, man.
And that's what I'm saying, is that like there's a lot of people who are realizing now that they've graduated with degrees that don't pay any fucking money. I got a dude that I work with who has a bachelor's in graphic design, and the only job he can get with a bachelor's degree pays him less than what we pay him for catering, right?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I know guys in construction and and that kind of the trades that make it $80 an hour, and guys with degrees don't get half that.
Yeah.
It just depends what's in demand.
Well, it's oversaturated. It's oversaturated because colleges spit out all these fucking people that are, they just do whatever is necessary to get the fucking thing done. They just do the assignment. It's not about the bigger picture. They're not thinking about their education. They're waiting for the education to happen and figuring if I just do the assignment, if I just do the fucking minimum, the education will happen by osmosis, right? And that's not what it is. They are giving you skills. They're handing you skills and teaching you small skills. Now it's on you to do something with it, right? I took one video editing class 3 years ago. I got a C in the class. I didn't even do great. I got a fucking C. I turned that into 3 years later. I have a YouTube channel, a monetized
go.
YouTube channel from one class. I don't have a degree in video anything. I took one class. I took an elective. So I used what they gave me and ran with it. And then on top of that, I found the Adobe Suite whenever they did that, a Premiere Pro. And so I started vegging out on those. I know several of the Adobe products. I'm proficient in at least 8 of the different apps.
What do you think about the AI stuff that's going on now
I wish I had more time to learn about it.
Me too.
That's my answer. I wish I had a couple more hours every day to study it.
My buddy I work with keeps sending me all these programs. I just don't have the time to learn. I've messed with him, but he says I could be sitting here talking to Elvis Presley instead of you, and it'll look just like him alive, and
Hold on. I'm going to text Rick right now and tell
all
him.
right. Hey, I want to say, Michael, that was on my
him
show
I'm
3 years ago. Give me a call, man. Let's I want to hear what happened, what it was like, and come on, let's do another show if you want to. Yeah, that's one of the guys I had a long time ago when I first started out. He went to prison. Now he's out. So, yeah. And homie, my number's on the screen there. It's in that little box right up here, that yellow box. It's on all my videos. So give me a call, or my emails are on underneath all my videos and stuff. Yeah, let's do a show too, and I'm glad to. And Rick's always been my buddy. I just want to say, yeah, me and Rick are, as far as I know, yeah, we're still square. We just we get busy. I get busy, but I need to reach out with Rick too.
Yeah, you should reach out to Rick, just to say, hey, homie. You know what I mean? I give a fuck. Right?
I mean, I come on his, I go on his channel once in a while. I leave comments and stuff, but yeah, and I still got his number. Maybe we should do one of those super chat things again with the 10 channels. Maybe, I don't know. Those are always kind of fun to do.
What are you talking about?
Remember we did the super show things with 10 channels all on one screen?
That's a whole lot.
Yeah, but
that's a whole lot. I don't know.
Maybe I should do another one.
I don't know if that was one of your best ideas.
I don't know, but now like the YouTube streets, everybody's got 4 and 5 guys on there now. And
yeah, that's one thing. 10 is another.
10, I know.
10 is a lot, dog.
I know. I've seen other people
I would say
do it now.
6 maximum.
Yeah, I know.
I try to keep
6 is the free version. See, I had the upgrade. You could have 10. I think, is it 6 on the free version?
I don't remember. I don't host a lot of people. I do 1, maybe 2.
Yeah,
I don't do a lot.
I did
whenever
2
I
of those.
paid.
Yeah, I've done 2 of those with 10 people, but I don't like the atmosphere. It gets to be too much. And I like to kind of control the atmosphere and my spot so people, you kind of understand what you're going to get whenever you come on my live stream. There's not going to be any wild surprises. You're not going to get called out. You're not going to get doxxed or fucking cussed out. Nobody's going to talk about your mom or anything. You know what I mean? We're not even that's not the environment that we do here. We're going to act like, we got some fucking sense. I know a lot of these youngsters out there, man. They got YouTube drama going, man. It's their whole life, and oh man, I don't know.
Rick is the first channel that besides a guy named Coach Prunty, who has stopped because he's finishing his master's, he's finishing his MBA. So his channel doesn't really. He's the first creator I was ever collaborated with.
Wow.
But after him, he left. And yeah, my channel's called Gangish, Gangish from Gangs to Grad School.
You had Gangish oyster sauce, and then you had something else, right?
Yeah, I've gone through a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And then I had an epiphany one day, and I realized, what the fuck am I doing? What is my story? I was a gang member who did 9 years in prison, and now I'm in grad school. That's my tagline in two sentences, right? That's the whole fucking thing. So that's what my channel needs to be, right? That's what my channel needs to be based around. That's my fucking story. Yeah, I can fill in the rest and tell all my stories, but that's the story right there. It's the whole fucking story, front to back, right? As far as it is right now. And then whenever I get the master's degree, if I make it as a PhD candidate, then we'll pivot from there, and you know what I mean.
So,
Maybe.
so how old are you right now? Going to get your going for this with the
I'm 40.
40. So that's not bad. That's kind of almost young these days because it used to be somebody 40 years old going to college, and whether it was to get their masters or whatever, it's kind of unheard of. It's getting more and more common, isn't it?
Yeah. There is a lot of people that go back to school later in life because they want to make things better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe they feel like a lot of people like Timmy. Timmy's talking about going and getting a degree in logistics because he's hit a glass ceiling, and in his company he works at FedEx. Timmy works at FedEx.
Okay.
But he's hit a ceiling, and they've told him, they're like, hey homie, you got to get some education. You know what I mean? He really can't go any farther.
Yeah, a high school diploma used to mean something. It doesn't mean nothing, and they make a big deal out of a GED now. And when you go to jail or prison, it's a worthless piece of paper, if you ask me. But
Well,
the fact that you learn something in your head, that's worth something. At least people that finally get their GED, at least they're using their brain. But to get a nice, good paying job with the GED or a high school diploma, nobody cares.
So my theory is that it's not just the schools that are failing, right? I believe there's a failure happening on both sides of this equation, because I didn't take loans for the first couple years. I've been pretty frugal with my loans, and I'm set up now to where even if I did go for a PhD, I would still graduate less than $100,000 in debt.
I got to put my charger in my laptop right now. It's got a sign saying battery's running low. Just a second.
Okay, so less than $100,000 for a PhD is not bad, right? I forget what the fuck I was saying that. Oh, no. My point is, I agree with the price of my education where it is right now. If I look at my student loans, I've learned a lot of shit that will help me forever. You know what I mean? I really have, and it's because I took control of my education. I took it serious. I dug in whenever I liked a subject. I really dug in. I went extra on it. And so I have built, but they just showed me how. That's all they do. That's what teachers do, is they teach you like a rudimentary fucking, here's a software, play with that. And then it's on you what you do with it. Like Google Maps, you know what Google Maps is, right?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Homie, you can make a whole fucking presentation in Google Maps. You can make a whole YouTube video in Google Maps, dog. Google Maps is fucking dope. But
I use it to see if a place is still open.
That's what people use it for. People use it to search things. They don't know about all the tools. There's a bunch of tools inside of it. There's rulers. There's little, you can put tags. You can put these colored tags. Inside of the tags, you can embed videos. You can embed little presentations so that whenever people click around the maps, different videos pop out.
Oh, yeah.
You can do all kinds of shit on Google Maps, and people don't know this. And so that's the thing, is that's what they do, is they teach you something, and then it's on you to go from there, right? Now, your major, they're going to show you how to do that, but it's mostly rudimentary, you know what I mean? They're teaching you the basics of shit and a little bit more, but it's on you to expand from there. And the kids are not expanding, right? And so the teachers are being held accountable. They're saying the teachers aren't effective, but this is the problem. There's a disconnect there, because I know these teachers are fucking effective because I'm paying attention and soaking this shit up.
Is it the students that?
I think there's a disconnect, a societal disconnect, and some sort of cultural disconnect.
Yeah, I was going to go with that. Cultural is a good word to explain it. Yeah.
It's much more likely.
Generational too, right? The youngsters nowadays, or is it people of all ages?
It's much more likely that it has something to do with societal factors, like interpersonal factors, than a hard factor, than like a hard scientific something that we can measure. It's most likely something that's happened in the culture.
Well, like
Well, the kids. Okay. You know,
Mr. Savage would say it's liberalism is a mental disorder. That I'm talking about Savage, but he's always talking about the colleges.
I get it, but see, this is the thing, though. Here's the problem. I get it. People, liberals are annoying. I fucking get it. Okay, and a lot of them they act like weirdos, and then they yell at you because you point out that they're fucking weird. Right? I get it 100%.
They're offended at anything. You know?
So I get it. But the thing is that the crazy stereotype is a crazy... The crazy left-wing ideologue is the stereotype for the reason. Because the stereotype exists at the extreme. Right?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Sure,
like
sure,
the
sure.
fucking the South will rise again Confederate hat chewing fucking tobacco with the wife beater with the dirty wife beater in the big truck, right? This is something that happens at the extreme, right? We're the stereotype is rarely accurate at describing the vast majority of the people that are somewhere in the middle, right? It's a good for the stereotypes are good for movies, right? Where a character needs to be over the top, chauvinistic, a feminist, fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
Comedians are being pushed out now. It's tough to be a comedian now.
Well, you're supposed to incarnate something, right? A good character incarnates something. And so a good villain is evil, right?
Oh, yeah.
I have exceptional relationships in the academic community. I'm sure you do. I know. We've talked about it a little bit,
but
not as much as I'd like to. I'd like to talk to you just about several things.
See, Ganglish, you're one of the old souls. You've got this worldly experience, and we've talked about, me and you and Rick, we've talked about the old soul kind of, we're how should I say it? We've been around and not just here. So you've got so the reason you're looking at and seeing all this is because you look at the world different than most average.
Well, I'm trying to square the circle between wanting to blame the public school system, which I'm not a fan of. I've never been a fan of. And the fact that every teacher I meet is absolutely lovely. They're wonderful people. All of them. So I've been trying to square this circle. It doesn't make sense to me. Because I have this preformed idea in my head, because I do not like the public school system, because there's a lot of waste, and they don't fire each other. They just shuffle people around. And whenever you shuffle people around because they're shitty,
sounds like politicians.
Yeah, because it costs too much money to fire them, is what it is. Because they're a union and they have a bunch of fucking protections.
Now, I've had to speak at some schools and stuff, and the teachers are just what you said. The administration, on the other hand, with
but
their policies and everything else.
It doesn't even matter. This is what's fucked up about it. This is what's so bad about it is that all these policies are written by the union. So nobody has any say-so. Nobody has any fucking say-so.
And they're even told who to vote for.
These teachers are trying to teach these people in an environment, and these students in an environment that is, they just don't respect teachers.
Well, your inner city schools, especially, and I've been pushing to, I've even went to a school board, and I threw this out there, that, okay, the inner city schools, the teachers are getting beat up, they're getting hurt, they're afraid to go, nobody wants to teach. The students, they come from these broken homes, and nobody can reach them. But a felon who's been in prison and goes back to where he lives in Compton or whatever, and some of them have degrees, and some of us, we can reach those kids, right? But they won't let us teach English or history. We can show up at lunch and do a little spiel on Scared Straight or something, but they won't let a felon teach their kids history or English or anything, when that's probably the only person who could reach them and who wants the job and would do a good job. It's a win-win, but they won't change their policy,
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is that they've set up that mechanism. They set up all these protections. They write these fucking laws, and then they're stuck with it. They're stuck within these policies. These policies say it's going to cost us a bunch of money to fire the person, especially if they exhaust all their remedies. If they exhaust all their remedies and all their appeals and all that shit, it can cost like $250,000 to fire a teacher. So they don't fire them. They just shuffle them around. And what they do is they shuffle them around. And what happens is if you're shit, right, you not end up not getting the choice of schools, right, that you want. So shitty teachers end up on shitty assignments and make the shitty situation worse, right? Because the worst kids need the best teachers.
Yeah.
But the best teachers don't want to deal with that shit.
No, they don't. But
And they're like, I'm a great teacher, and you're gonna punish me with these badass fucking kids that are assaulting people. They don't want to deal with it. They go to the nice places that there's money and everything's nice.
They want to make more
school's
money,
safe.
and they want kids that are going to pay attention to them and listen and learn and raise their hand and be involved and interact. And these inner city kids, that's why I say you got some. You've been in, you know about people in jail and prison, and you've had your experiences. There's some smart people in there. Yeah, they fucked up and made some. They got caught. That doesn't mean they're not intelligent. That doesn't mean they can't teach.
There's some crazy smart people in prison. Some really smart people in prison. And you'll find them smart in all directions. All directions. You'll find some of these con men are fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? And some of these con men are so good that I knew one named Floyd, a black dude named Floyd. Floyd sold a fucking building in the east side of Denver that he never owned, and he sold that same building twice. Right?
Wow, that he never owned. Yeah.
He never owned it. Right?
That sounds like a Matt Cox. That sounds like a Matt Cox deal right there.
Hey, that motherfucker he sold it, got caught, went to prison, got out again, and like 10 years later sold that bitch again.
Yeah.
First time for like $33,000 and then for like $60,000. Hey, this fucking dude.
Have you heard of the Denver Six? It was these 6 black, white-collared criminals, because I did time with them all. You know that story?
I don't think so.
And they had something to do with real estate and selling stuff, and they were called the Denver Six, and they let them all go to the same prison together. About 10 years ago.
I never had much dealings with.
It was about 10 years ago. They were in all the papers, though. And it was 6 black guys, and they were.
I never had much dealings with real estate crooks, honestly, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
That's never been, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He says, well, they did fire everyone from what I heard, put a whole new staff in place, so I hope it's better. Fire them where? I don't know where he's talking.
Mind you, online because it was getting bullied as students and teachers. Sad situation.
Where was this at, Karma?
Teachers, Yeah.
Well, if you do it once, you know how to do it, and you can do it twice. I guess you could. I mean, you could sell the Golden Gate Bridge too.
He was so slick, dude. I swear to God, whenever this dude talked to you, because I've been in prison so long, I automatically think people are scamming, right? So I can see through this shit. And they
say that's the one superpower we get in prison. But we can read people.
Hey, this fool was so cold. He was so cold. He's still shooting. He's still trying to scam you. Every time this motherfucker talked to you, homie, he was trying to work something. And it was always a long term. You could just see it, dog. And you felt like you were being worked just talking to this motherfucker. He was so slick. And I can imagine that's just because I am extremely... okay, I was a fat dude who sold cocaine very young. Right? Believe it or not, there's been some women got over on me. If you hadn't, you know what I mean? Some of those women, man, they know what they're doing. Hey, by 15, homie, I was a seasoned vet. Bitches weren't getting over on nothing. You know what I mean? Because you lose.
Now
homie.
you just challenge a bunch
lose,
of
homie.
females out there.
You lose whenever you're selling dope or something, homie, and you lose because of one of these females, homie. You'll learn quick. You
Yeah.
won't make that mistake again. You won't keep
Right.
making that mistake, dog. So, you know, and you're always gonna make that mistake whenever you first jump in the game. Everybody's gonna make that. It's just part of the game. Doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's part of selling drugs, doing drugs. It's
gonna happen.
Is falling in with women that are fast as hell and getting fucked over.
Oh,
by one.
they've gotten me too. They've gotten me too. They got me for some good money.
So it's just part of it. It's part of the learning process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I am the type that looks for people to be. I can't help it. I just can't help it. Like I'll size you up. Like even you. You know what I mean? If you started talking to me and I thought there was something in your voice that was turning into an ulterior motive, I wouldn't freak out. I judge it and I say, well, is Sean just trying to get me to write a letter? Maybe there's an alternative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, something I'm leading into where I need to borrow $500 from you, and I'm leading up.
So, am I gonna allow Sean to manipulate me in this situation? Well, yeah, it's a letter, and he's my friend, and yeah, I can write him a letter. Yeah.
But why don't
fine.
they just come out and say, "Hey, man, I need a letter"?
No, that's fine though.
I mean, but the
because
right way should be just to come out and ask
No,
you, not you know.
But that's not how people are. There's no right way.
I mean, but
There's
maybe you want to
listen.
know my history first, and then I ask you. I get all that, but there's a manipulation part that you're talking about. I
But
think.
there is a manipulation part, and there's just people who are like that. Because your father tells you to take the trash out, but your mother tells you that the trash is full. She's not telling you to do anything. She is telling you to take the fucking trash out. But what she's letting you know is that she'll say the trash is full. That means take it the fuck out. Right? It's a different way of communicating. That's all. It's not dishonest. It's just a different way. So that's what I mean. I can't be offended every time I feel like somebody's trying to manipulate me, because this is how a lot of people move through the world. I judge what is in front of me and say, what is the motive here? What are they trying to get out of me? Is it righteous? Is what they're trying to get out of me righteous? Are they?
Well,
acting,
if I talk you into going out, if I talk you into going out to meet me for dinner or lunch or something, I know I'm flat broke, but I'm trying to get you to invite me, right? And then when you finally do, say, yeah, we should go tonight, man. Oh, wow, I don't have any money tonight. And I knew that in the beginning, but somehow I get you to pay for me too. And all along, I got a free meal out of you. Like a woman might do that to a man, or, that is something like that.
Could.
I don't know.
Oh, well, what I'm saying is if you're trying to get anybody to do anything, you're manipulating them.
Yeah.
I'm manipulating the pen into the so I can write, right? I'm pressing the button. That's a manipulation. It's not bad or good. It just is, right? So then you have to look at the manipulation and say, what is the intention of the manipulation, and is it bad or good, and then go from there. What are they trying to do? Because if I got mad at a woman every time she was trying to manipulate me, it would just be all the time. That's all we would do is just argue, because that's what they do. They you know what I mean? They coerce. The power of a woman, one of the major powers of a woman is to say, I can make this male, and then I can make this male do the things and act right and do the shit that I want him to do. Right? And then the higher status the male is, the better. The better looking he is, the richer he is, right? So that's what she's saying, is that this motherfucker, that's what she's saying. This is my man, and he will do the things that make me feel right. You know what I mean? That will make me feel
if they got you trained right, they do it over and over.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I guarantee your lady manipulates you 100 times a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to look at it. What's she doing it for? Now, there is women who do it for bad reasons. There's women who try to drive you crazy. They'll act like you're making shit up, like you don't know what you're talking. You know what I mean? But then there's women who are just doing it because this is just how they interact with people. You know what I mean? If that's how you interacted with your family, that's how you interact. You know? Yeah. So.
Hey, I got to cut it short though, because I think she's pulling up. But Hey man, I want to tell you some news I got. I thought this was a scam on Facebook Messenger. It said we're from this is Lifetime Netflix. We're looking for people that have done time in a federal prison camp, or for men who've done time in a federal prison camp. Can we have your email? And I thought this is a scam because I just seen this on a girl's. A woman put it out there, and they were looking for. So I wrote them back. I said, well, that's funny because I just talked to a woman who had the same message, but they were looking for women in a women's prison. So I said, if you're not a scammer, I'm going to hit the little icon, the little movie camera icon, and I'm going to video call you. And if you don't answer, I know you're a scammer. Don't tell me to go to a website. I hit the video camera. A lady answered, and her name was Paula. This was real. She hooked up the camera, showed me she was in the Netflix office. She walked all around with it. We had a great conversation. And then this Monday, I did a online audition with on Zoom for Netflix, and they said just what they're looking for. They're going to do like a storytelling series on what it's like on pretrial federal prison camps, because Hollywood never does the camps. So yeah, and they're going to.
That's all I'm going to say. If they send you any more emails, okay?
Yeah.
If there's anything in the emails, any packages, any PDFs, any pictures, any folders, don't click on that shit.
Oh no, this was real.
I'm just telling you.
Normally, yeah, I get all that spam, and I don't trust any of them, man. This shit was legit.
Well, it's not going to be spam, because if this is a professional scam job, it's not going to be spam. There's going to be a virus that goes in and takes control of your computer.
Or I was just waiting for them to say, well, you got to pay this fee, and then we're going to introduce you to this agent, whatever it was going to be. But no, they haven't asked for any money or anything like that. Matter of fact, they cashed out to me $250 for the 20 minutes I did the audition for, and they asked me what you were going to pay for this even. So man, no, this is real. So. And this guy also scanned the room, and he was from the Netflix office. I mean, they walked around with the camera show. I mean, he couldn't make this up. So,
I was telling you,
he knew I thought he was a scammer.
I was telling them fools on that 60 days in shit. I guess they pay pretty good for that.
I heard they pay really good. Yeah, really. I think I heard $100,000. I don't know if that's true or not.
For 60 days.
Yeah, and they always put you in a different state. You know, than where you're from.
I can do 60 days on a shitter.
Yeah, I know. I can do that. We all can, standing on our hands and that kind of shit. Yeah, $100,000. Hell yeah! I do it for half. I do it for 10,000. Well, I don't know, 20,000. I don't know, maybe 10,000.
Yeah.
Apparently, so this Netflix. They're gonna. I guess the producers are getting a hold of me next week, and I got to negotiate. And I don't know if it's a one-day deal, so they're gonna do a series. They don't know if it's just going to be different guys telling the story or reenacting what we went through. But yeah, so I guess.
So what? Okay, so if they're going to negotiate, you know what I mean? You want to look at
that part. I don't know how to do.
Well, no. So look at what they sent you, right? You said they sent you $250 for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? So that means that they believe that $750 an hour is something reasonable.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they just paid you.
Okay.
That seems to be something reasonable. So just keep that in your head. That you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep that in your head. If it is Netflix, I'm sure Netflix pays.
But it's actually Lifetime, and I heard they have a lower budget. I got a friend here in Albuquerque. He's in the movie business out here.
Yeah.
He said Lifetime's low budget. And he goes, but see if they're union or not. If they're union, they got to pay you $5,000 a day. So.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That would come out to about $750 an hour.
Probably.
Yeah, what would it be? $700 an hour times 8 would be $5,600.
7 times 8 is 5,600. Yeah.
So 750 would be like 6,000, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying at least 5,000 a day. So yeah, that's probably they probably paid you the fucking the standard wage. You know what I mean?
Sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah, but the production's not till springtime, but the negotiations start next week or whatever they're calling me. But I mean, the thing is, here's my thing. You ever think that somebody's watching you when you're, like as you live your life? Do you ever think that there's anybody paying attention? And Netflix, they had a whole file on me. They went over everything since my first video. They They knew what prison I went. They knew where I worked. They knew I used to live in San Francisco. They knew what high school I went to. They had been watching me. They did a whole background on me, you know. And then the other time somebody was watching me was when I got indicted, and they had been watching me for like 6 months. And all that paranoid shit, the guy in the car, the owl in the tree that spun his head, all that shit was real, they told me. But, you know, they're listening to you on your phone. Yeah, so twice.
I'm sure Netflix has a serious intelligence gathering operation, because they're going to have access. That's a nationwide telecommunications systems.
Yeah.
So they're going to have access to databases that are top secret in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Not the highest levels of government, but they're going to have access to some private shit.
Yeah.
Because they have access to so many people's data.
Right.
Basically, the whole country's data. So yeah, I could see that.
Hey man, I do got to get going, but I still got your email. I probably have your phone number if it's the same one, but let's keep in touch more. All right, man. I really appreciate you coming on here. And, you know,
I'm gonna be doing lives. I'll be doing lives. I don't have the fucking time to edit videos right now.
See, I don't have the time to edit either. And in the light, I'm doing it a late night live, but this time works for me. I'm so busy during the day, and then I got this other life, and I got a girlfriend now.
Hey, if it
so
works
these late
for you,
nights are working.
If it works for you and you can do it consistent, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I see. That's my problem. Consistency. God, I got to work on that.
It works for you, and you can do it consistently, and then just start inviting people on your channel, trying to get people on your channel. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, you know, at 9, 10 o'clock is when I actually finally get some free time. So it's kind of what I got. I decided 9. There's a bunch of people in the room, enough for me. So, but hey, guys, I really want to thank everybody that came on and check out Gengish's channel. Check out Homie Hangout. You know, check out what's Vegas Business Stories, but it's called something VPS now, right?
Vegas Profile Stories. Vegas Profile Stories.
Okay, or Vegas Profile Stories. Check him out, and you know, the YouTube streets, AZ Eruption, Sticks. What's this? Stay Awake TV. Who else is out there? There's a bunch of them. Big Weeby. All right, man. You guys take care. Get the last comment on here. All right. You have an amazing night too.